Cowboys Nation and YouTubers? It's that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you on a Victory Tuesday. If you didn't know, the Dallas Cowboys played their first home game at home. It was Dak Prescott's return after 351 days after his injury on that same field. And the Cowboys manhandled the Eagles 41-21. Now, don't let the score fool you, because there were instances where the Eagles got gifted points. There was times in garbage time that they scored, and the Cowboys actually had a touchdown taken off the board when it was clearly a touchdown. I mean, I don't know how much more you can get a touchdown when half your body's over the line and then you extend the ball out. But you're telling me with all the technology and the review angles, they couldn't see that? I said it on Twitter. I really think the NFL and the refs are out to get us, because it made no sense to have that be such a hard decision of a touchdown or not. But that's all right. That's all right. NFL's trying to screw us. Got it. And I said, don't let the referees become a factor in the game. And by having it be pretty much a blowout, they made them a non-factor. Because let's face it, the referees didn't do as much work as they normally would had the game been close. And haters, they know it. But the game overall was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed. I don't know how we can keep impressing our... Can this girl get off her phone and not see a damn car coming her way? Teens. But going through it real quick, I give out my grades for the team like I do every week after a game. Special teams, aside from the missed extra point, they did their jobs. They shored up any kind of returns wasn't happening like crazy, because we've seen the confidence in Greg's airline after a miss kind of wane. This time it seemed like nothing was going to faze him. He missed one kick, that was going to be it. And he kept kicking the ball out of bounds on kick return. So that's good, that's great. We didn't really have too many punting situations, so we don't really give a good assessment of that. But all in all, I'll give the special teams a B+. It'd have been an A easily if he didn't miss the kick. But it is what it is with that. Coaching. Let me jump on coaching, because this seems to be the crawl on everybody's ass today. Is Mike McCarthy's clock management at the end of the first half. Okay. Here's my opinion about it. Other people can take it as they will. But seriously, everybody who sat there saying, stop the clock, maybe we'll get the ball back and we should score 3, that's not a guarantee. It's never a guarantee. This is football. The same game we said the ball could bounce either way for a team and screw you over, and y'all wanted to tempt that. I was in the camp of let the goddamn clock run, take the lead at the half, and just finish this thing. Because I know the same people who say stop the clock at the end of the half to try and score again are the same ones who be at the end of the game talking about let the clock run with a lead. Same ones who said, oh, well, stop the clock, we do our thing against Tampa, but we still leave time on the field for Tom Brady. Let the clock run out. Don't try to squeeze more points out of it before the half. It's over. Y'all doing too much. Just go in with the lead and be happy. Stop trying to be heroes with shoulda, woulda, couldas, because nothing would have been guaranteed for another score before the half. Because if Dak went out there and threw a pick 6, or Zeke or Pollard fumbled or something craziness, everybody be cussing Mike McCarthy out. Why didn't he just let the clock run out? So I don't want to hear that mess. That's my opinion. You fans can have whatever opinion you want about it. I thought it was fine. Let the clock run and let's go into the half with a lead. Offense. Obviously, they did what they had to do. Kellen Moore mixed it up. He didn't have to do anything too crazy, but he did try to get cute around the end zone with these triple reverses and shit again. He needs to stop. Don't be doing that stuff because it's not confusing some defenses, and we're losing yardage because of it. There was the one hiccup where Dak, I guess, forgot that Zeke lined up in the slot. So when he turned around and looked for him, he wasn't there, and Zeke's on camera like, well, what the hell was that play, dude? So that kind of messed up. The basically giving them the 7 points in the end zone because of Dak trying to get rid of the ball, but it just popped up in the air right into Fletcher Cox's hands. That was a misstep for Dak. One, he should have got rid of the ball, felt the presence. I know he was trying to make something out of nothing, but he ran out of time. And our offensive line. Unfortunately had a day on the inside. Tyler Biadasz and Connor Williams, they just couldn't hold their points some of the time against Fletcher Cox and Hargroves. So they just got pushed back into Dak's lap a couple times. It didn't look good. But if that's going to be the only complaint, I'm okay with that because you're not going to see those guys all the time. Terrence Steele, no word about him, no worries. They handled it. He took care of his thing. Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, everybody was good. Our tight ends were stout. They were great. They did what they had to do. They got in on the action. Of course, Zeke and Pollard did their thing. Coop and CD actually didn't have to do that much, which is a great thing when you can go to multiple reads and dump the ball off wherever you can and still win. That's great. You don't have to depend on one guy all the freaking time to win you a game. I love it. Defense. Oh my God, that defense. Man, they are coming alive. These young, hungry pups. And what I was saying during the game is that this is a defense that hasn't even got all the pieces yet. Think about that. We are winning games with a defense that's been depleted for 3 weeks. We've had guys injured on injured reserve. We've had them on COVID lists. And we haven't even been 100% yet. Imagine what happens when these guys come off of injured reserve and COVID lists and they're 100% or close to it. Man, let's see. The defense had takeaways. We're still leading the league in takeaways since last season. Trayvon Diggs got his third interception in as many games. Pick 6 at that. So he's definitely shown the between year 1 and 2 year gap. That kind of jump that can happen for a rookie to his next year. Anthony Brown wasn't a liability. He got an interception. Micah Parsons is a beast on the edge. They had to hold him. It was obvious they were holding him damn near every rush. They could not contain Micah Parsons. They barely contained Randy Gregory on the other side. They got called for the holding on that once, but should have been more. They could not contain the edges. They did let that one big run happen in the beginning of the game on their first snap by the Eagles. But other than that, they clamped it down. There was times when some miscommunication could have happened, but Jalen Hurts couldn't hit his receivers accurately, so it didn't matter. But that defense is stout, and they're coming to their own. And these are guys in Jalen Smith and LVE that we actually just threw by the wayside and we're like, we're done with them. Imagine where we'd be if we did get rid of them. Woo! Jabril Cox, I didn't see him on the field. Maybe somebody else did. Odigizua, oh man, that boy's a beast. It's going to be something between him and Gallimore coming back. You got Golston, who made his debut. Basham. I mean, geez, this defense is good. You got without Donovan Wilson. You had safety play hold up their end of the bargain on the back end. I mean, Lewis almost had an interception thrown right at him. But this is just a much improved defense compared to last season. And if we can keep this kind of stuff going on both sides of the ball, then yes, this is a team that can make some noise. In the NFC East, it's obvious we're the clear-cut favorites. When you look at the other three teams, there's no way, unless we shoot ourselves in the foot, why we should lose divisional games. The Eagles are not ready. They're not clicking on all cylinders yet. Washington has no offense, and their defense, as touted as they were, are very overrated. The Giants are the Giants. I mean, when you have a Jason Garrett on your squad, you might as well just forget it. You're going to find ways to lose the game. That's just what he does. We found that out for a decade, and the Giants should have figured that out by watching us, but obviously they didn't. All in all, coaching, I give A's. I don't care what people say about Mike McCarthy and his clock management. He wanted to go into the half with a lead. Take it. If they're not going to stop the clock, we don't need to stop the clock and be trying to force extra points on the ball while we're already leading. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator did their things. It showed up. The players executed their schemes, and it worked out well. Offense, A. And defense, A. This is one of the most complete games, aside from that extra point, that we've had. It was utter domination. It was something that made Eagles fans just wilt away and disappear. We're not going to hear back from them until we lose or we play them again. Which is funny because I saw some live streams where Eagles players were all the rage at the beginning of the game, but then when we started running away with it, they disappeared. They score one time, they pop back up for 2 seconds, and then wither away again when they see it was a fluke score. We're already still winning, so what was the point? Don't even show back up. But again, all in all, this game was one of the most complete games we've had, and it's only going to get better as players come back from injury and COVID lists. So it's a good sign of things to come. This team usually would have faltered and just roll over and died under Jason Garrett. This team, with its young, hungry pups, are showing the world that they want it. There's nothing holding them back except themselves, and they're going to prove it on the field week in and week out. As long as we don't have referees being a contributing factor to a win or a loss, this should be a good season, like the fans have been saying. But that's all I wanted to talk about on Victory Tuesday. Get our time off, players get paid, get some rest, get those ice baths. We'll find out if anybody's going to be activated off of the COVID list and injured reserve, because now they are eligible. So we'll have to see as the week goes on if anybody's going to show up and if they will be able to practice and play against Carolina next week. All right, y'all take care. Y'all stay safe out there. Enjoy this victory. We're 2-1 and we lead the division. How about them Cowboys? This is VA Dallas Cowboy fan, out.